Welcome back. Let's get right into it. I appreciate you coming back, and I appreciate all the new viewers. Okay, when you see a commercial for a pharmaceutical, it says 50% effective. What exactly does that mean? I have seen a lot in my day. Nothing shocks me anymore. This shocked me. I learned this about 8 years ago. Okay, they have a control group, right? 4 out of 100 people in the control group die. They have a treatment group that gets the pharmaceutical. 2 out of 100 die. What's the percentage? What percentage is this effective? Would you believe 50%? They take 4% died, 2% died, so 4 minus 2 over 4, that's 50% effective. Yeah. So the way I would do it, I would say 4 out of 100 died, 2 out of 100 died, 4 minus 2 is 2% effective. Engineers have said if they use relative risk, they would lose their jobs and probably lose their licenses and their careers. Reason being, could you imagine if they used this and built a bridge? Yeah, it's 50% stronger. And then people died. Okay. This is not medical advice. Do not take any advice from me or anyone else online or anything you read. You need to work with someone who knows what they're doing. You can't just wing this. This is crucial. It's not a one-size-fits-all world. Different people need different diets and different supplements. Protocols do not work. All 3 of my mentors, the first thing they taught me, they're medical doctors, they all said do not use protocols. They're only effective for about 25% plus or minus, and they're not effective for 75%. You need to find out what's causing their issues. They all taught me how to figure out what's causing the issue. So many of my clients come to me, they hurt their health trying to fix it. And I've had people come to me with boxes of supplements, they're taking everything in the kitchen sink, things that are not helping or things that are making them worse. And I got clients that take nothing. I've seen it all, nothing surprises me. The key to being healthy and not having cardiovascular issues and cholesterol issues is your health issues must be addressed. So for cardiovascular disease, cholesterol issues, metabolic syndrome is one of the causes that must be addressed. Now someone wrote on my, in a reply, how do I fix this? I said, I can't give you an answer. It's not a one diet. It's not a one supplement. There's a dozen causes for metabolic syndrome. So first off, you got to figure out what the cause is. Then you have to narrow it down and figure out how to fix it. Also, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease needs to be addressed. 30% of the population has that. Government statistics. Toxins have to be addressed. These are only if you have them. So gut issues, oxidative stress, autoimmune neurotransmitters, sleep and light exposure. New paper just came out the other day. This is why I stay on top of the research, because you're always getting new information. Sleep and the light exposure affects your cardiovascular health. So if you have 3 of these or 4 of these, you need to fix them. If you have one of them, that has to be addressed. But again, it's personalized. Okay, so the easiest way to get in the right direction though, move, exercise, sleep, eat more food in their natural state. Lower your sugar intake, but sugar raises your insulin levels, causes insulin resistance, and causes inflammation. Too much sugar. And again, I've got people on very, very low sugar, some on no sugar for a short period of time, and I've got people on high, relatively moderate carbohydrate diets. It depends on their blood work and how they feel, and I look at everything. You have to look at the whole picture, not just a dot on black dot on a white piece of paper. Okay. Do breath work. Lower your omega-6 intake. So your salad dressings, your processed foods, your soybean, all these oils, soy, corn, canola, safflower salad dressings. I walk down the aisle to go down the salad dressing aisle to get to the meat department. And I am blown away by how many different salad dressings there are. Make your own. Get an extra virgin olive oil. The biggest issue with extra virgin olive oil, it's usually not the extra virgin, it's the olive oils. But extra virgin should be fine. But get like Consumer Labs rated California olive ranch, #1 in polyphenols and the most economical. So look for an organic one. The Italian ones are the ones that have the issue because the mafia got involved and figured out how to cut the olive oil with one of these oils to make more money. Okay, so California ones are good, Australian ones, Spain and Greece are good. Okay, do breath work, 3 to 5 minutes, 2 times a day. You can do this while driving. Walk. I used to poo-poo walking, not gonna lie. 20, 25 years ago, I was a little bit anal in how I had people exercise. You have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to, do your cardio, you have to do your weights. And I realized, just move. Just move. I do believe weight training is important and crucial, but if you're not gonna do it, me telling you to do it, it's not gonna help. But if you do it, it's excellent. That's what I do. Okay, the body's a complex system. In medical school, either during school or while they graduate, they're told 50% of what they were taught in medical school is wrong. The problem is no one knows what 50% it is. So, rethinking hypothyroidism, I did a video on thyroid, I'm not going to redo it. Dr. Bianco was the head of the American Thyroid Association for 25 years. In this book, he says thyroid's been being treated wrong for 50 years. That includes the 25 he was in charge. Now, my doctors taught me in the 90s how to fix thyroid properly. And he goes into that, or why. So a doctor once said to me, he goes, it's hard for doctors. Oh, he also said at the end, despite new information, the doctors aren't changing what they're doing. They're still doing it wrong. They refuse to change. And a doctor said to me a while ago, it was like, well, can you imagine you're a doctor, you were taught to do X. You're doing X for 20 years. And then someone tells you that's wrong. He goes, mentally, they can't handle that. They can't handle that they were doing something wrong for 20 years when they were trying to help people. So they keep on doing what they're doing, and they refuse to change it. They refuse to see reality. Speaking of reality in all of this, I forgot to show this last time. So the meat and oils or butter are on the bottom. We've gone down in consumption, but went up in consumption were the cereals, the sugars, and the omega-6 oils. And that's when the obesity curve went up. It's not meat, and they keep on saying it. I still see it in the news. Meat and bad and butter's bad. No, we were fine. I'm going to do a video on the 1960s and prior, why we were skinny. Because I hear it all the time in August when Woodstock comes around. Look at all those 500,000 skinny people at Woodstock, and they show 1999 Woodstock, and everyone's overweight. I know the cause. But first, next week I'm going to do mitochondria, because mitochondria has a big impact on the heart. Mitochondria are in muscles, and your heart is muscle. All right, I appreciate your comments. I appreciate you. 99% of the comments are amazing and fantastic. I can handle the 1% negativity, not a problem. Science, not ideology. Please like and subscribe. Love you guys. I'll see you next week. Have a happy Halloween.